Yeah, right
Oh, then I'm sorry, you're so
Company. Oh. Company. Forward. March. Company. From one place to another than there was actual fighting. A typical soldier, Union or Confederate, was required to fire three rounds in 60 seconds. 3 well-aimed shots in 60 seconds. We're going to take you through the process of what it takes to load one of these weapons, even though we will not load this. The process is a 9-step process, and they must memorize this process because it has to be exactly the same every single time. Oh. Handle cartridge. Listen to his command. Charge. Cartridge. Air cartridge. Draw. Rammer. Ram. Cartridge. You want to hear that ping. It hits the bottom of the breech. That means the weapon is clear. Return rammer. Now watch how they return the rammer. Why did they do it with their little finger? Right.
You don't want your whole hand.
You hit the nail on the head. You need this finger to pull the trigger, not your little finger. Hey! Fire! Load. No, weapon stays up until you get your command loaded. Fire, Will! Shoulder! Arm! This is the primary position of the carrying of the weapon. They would go walk miles with this weapon in this position. Right shoulder, skip! Arm! The weapon weighs roughly 12 pounds. Each infantry soldier would carry about 60 to 80 pounds on their back, between their food, their water, their tent, and everything else. Shoulder! Arm! Give you a slight example of what happened. The 7th North Carolina, which we represent, fought in the Battle of New Bern. The regiment was formed in Rowan County. We were given the orders to move to New Bern and defend New Bern at all costs. We went from Rowan County to New Bern in 3 days on foot. 3 days. That's a lot of moving. No wagon. The only person that had the horse was General Branch. Everybody else was on foot. Attention, company. When the Battle of New Bern took place on March 14th, 1862, General Ambrose E. Burnside came ashore in Havelock. He came on the shore with somewhere around 14,000 troops. We had roughly 6,000. About a third of that were militia, which were townspeople with shotguns and pitchforks. First round went downrange, the militia disappeared, leaving 3 regiments of regular infantry to defend the town of New Bern. The 33rd, the 26th, and the 7th. The 7th and the 33rd were the only 2 regiments that did a full bayonet charge on 2 separate occasions that morning to try and rouse Burnside's forces to stop him from getting into town. When you're outnumbered 6-1, didn't help very much. About 4.5 hours later, Admiral E. Burnside owned the town of New Bern, and the Union forces held New Bern throughout the rest of the Civil War. There was 2 separate attempts to take the fort, to take the town. One of them was in August of 1863, and he came very, very close to making that happen. He showed up here with almost 7,000 troops, and they were surprised to think. They didn't see us coming.
Recover!
It came within 150 yards of the fort on the far edge of town before they got turned back. 2 hours later, he made another assault on the same fort and got turned back again. That's the closest we ever got to retaking New Bern. Actually banned by the Geneva Convention.
Prepare to charge against infantry! Charge!
No.
Recover! On!
The reason it is a banned weapon is because if you get stuck with it, you
Order.
will die. The wound cannot be closed up. It is a very gruesome, painful way to die.
Guard against cavalry! Guard!
The reason they're up high is, guess what? We're not looking for the guy on the horse. We're going to stab the horse. The horse is going to go down. That means the cavalry guy that's on the horse is going to go down. He's on the ground. Now he's got problems. Because more than likely he has dropped his weapon, dropped his saber, and he's under his horse.
Rest!
A typical infantry company would have 100 men with 2 officers. The 7th Regiment formed in Rowan County with 1,127 men. They mustered out 286 at Appomattox Courthouse. That gives you the idea of how many was lost during the war. 7th North Carolina lost 283 at the Battle of Gettysburg. Our battle flag, which now hangs in Raleigh, was captured at the Battle of Gettysburg. We have a identical replica hanging on one of our flags. Do y'all have any questions? Me or these guys?
You?
Which one of those flags is the replica?
The battle flag hanging right here on the left side of the tree is an exact replica of the battle flag that was captured at Gettysburg. These guys typically do between 8 and 10 reenactments a year. It's a pretty costly hobby, but we do it because we love it. We love history. We love teaching history.
Yeah.
Okay.
Uh,
I'll tell you what. You have to stand up.
I do.
Yeah. What's your name?
Linda.
Linda.
She lives on College Street. College Street. There's a lot of damn Yankees here in College.
So Union City.
Ellis, are you ready?
Okay.
Y'all fine now.
Y'all find her here.
Okay, you're going to take the command from Linda. She'll just give the command fire. You'll go off her. Fire by the piece, left to right, 0 interval. Linda, at your discretion.
Rolling thunder!
Fire!
Fire!
Canyon. Fire by the piece, right to left, 3-second interval. Yell it. Say it real loud.
Fire!